Hey guys, Noah here from H2 Brick, bringing you guys a Clone Army Customs review of their Commander Thorn minifigure and their Shock Trooper minifigure. So I'm going to be taking a look at these two minifigures, their differences, and I'll be talking about what I like about them and giving you guys a little bit of insight on what these minifigures do and where they are in the Clone Wars. And yeah, so that's basically it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and let's get to it. So the first minifigure we're going to be starting off with is the Clone Army Customs Commander Thorn minifigure. So, to start out with, something that I really liked about this minifigure when I had gotten it, that Clone Army Customs of course included, was the minigun that we see in the show, and of course that's something that I wanted to get accurate. I knew that they were selling it, but I was just really happy to see how it looked like when I had gotten it, and it turned out really cool for the mock that I made. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it is the scene where he and his shock troopers make a last stand against a droid battalion on the planet of Scipio. If you guys would like to check out that mock, there'll be a link in the description or a link in the cards, and that is again one of the most noticeable scenes that he is in. So now we're going to take a look at the details on this minifigure. I'm going to spin it around and I'm going to show you guys some of the details that I just really enjoy, and just in general about the Clone Army Custom minifigures, because they always do a really good job when they're printing these minifigures. And yeah, so to start off with, something that I always enjoy from Clone Army Custom minifigures is the arm printing. And that is something that I find always just really cool, and that's something that they always do really well, and that's something that I also wish that LEGO would do for their clone troopers, because it would just make the clone troopers a whole lot better. And yeah, something that I wish that Clone Army Customs would do in the future is come out with the arms for, where you can buy the printed arms from them, so that you can put them on your clone troopers, the official LEGO ones, and I think that would look really cool, and we'll see. So something else that is most noticeable on the minifigure, or honestly any minifigure from Clone Army Customs, is the back printing. They always do a really good job on that, and I really like the color scheme that they went with, getting it as close to the minifigure as possible. Something else I like about Clone Army Customs is when they do the wrapped around printing, like for the legs here, or they've got the red coloring, and then if you take the little cape here, you can see there's a little bit of white, and so this just wraps around a little bit, and I think that's really cool. Instead of going with the LEGO or with the Clone Army Customs cape, I went with a LEGO cape just because there was no need for it, and it looks just fine with that one, and I think it's pretty good either way. So something I'm going to do is going to go ahead and take this minigun off so you guys can look at the printing on the legs. So there we go, and there you go. You've got the really cool printing that they always do. Something that I also like from Clone Army Customs. And then we've got the torso printing, which always turns out really nice. I feel like that Clone Army Customs does a lot of similarities to LEGO, but they do it in a way where it looks really compact and it really looks detailed, and it makes you want to look at the minifigures. And yeah, I think that's just something really cool from Clone Army Customs. And yeah, so let's continue. We've got the helmet, of course. We've got the visor. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. And you can see the print on his helmet, which look really cool. And yeah, I think this minifigure, as I said, in general, is just one of their best minifigures, and it's just really detailed, and that's something that I just love. The detail from the minifigure, of course, and just the scene that he was from, and that makes this minifigure 10 times better than just getting it and looking at it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the visor back on. There we go. And we're going to move on to our next minifigure. So the next minifigure we're going to be taking a look at is, of course, the Clone Army Customs Shock Trooper minifigure. Right off the bat, if you guys can already see what I'm seeing, of course, or what I already noticed a while back, was that the Commander Thorn minifigure and the Shock Trooper minifigure are actually a lot similar, and that's because they both share the same torso, leg print, and arm printing. So for this part of the review, I'm not going to be talking about the printing. I'm just going to be talking about the Shock Trooper, what they do, and what is different on this minifigure, or this other side of the minifigure, than the Commander Thorn minifigure. So, something that I'm going to, though, say about the printing, that's the only thing I'm going to say about it. I'm going to just turn this around here, and right off the bat, in the back here, you can see the printing, and I thought I just mentioned this because with the waist cape on, it's a lot harder to see, is that this wraps around, and I just thought I'd mention that just because it looks really cool. And yeah, so what did the Shock Troopers do, and what were their missions, so to speak, most of the time? The Shock Troopers were stationed on the planet of Coruscant, and that's of course the main planet where the Republic is stationed, and of course you got them protecting the city. And something else that they did is of course protect the senators when they did like diplomatic missions. So yeah, the minifigure of course comes with these trooper rifles. That's how it looks like in the show. And then you've got the Clone Army Customs Shock Trooper helmet. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit better view from the side, and then from the back, of course. And just in general, this minifigure is awesome, as well as the Commander Thorn. I've got to say the Commander Thorn's a lot better, though, of course, just because it's Commander Thorn. But the Shock Trooper minifigure is also really, really cool, and I just love the Coruscant Guard, or the Shock Troopers in general. So I think that basically does it for this part of the review. So we're just going to go ahead and close out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Clone Army Customs Shock Trooper minifigure and the Commander Thorn minifigure. I really enjoyed talking about the minifigures and their differences. If you guys do enjoy these type of reviews, then you guys can leave a comment down below telling me what you think, or just hit that like button. And I will see you guys in the next LEGO video.